Ugh. What a card, man. Glad it's over. Um, man, that was rough. We cashed 4 units, which is great, but man, like not how I wanted to end the night. Let's just start it off from the beginning. We had we switched it up. We had Pacheco. We switched it up to Colin Loughran. I just had a gut feeling Pacheco wasn't going to adjust to the weight class very well. He seemed brittle, weak, and he had a few good moments, but for the most part, it was just Loughran landing the better shots, control time. It was just pretty much a one-way show for Loughran. Um, Man, I don't really know how good he is yet. There's still a lot of questions with this guy. He beats, Pacheco, but is Pacheco any good? We won't know. I mean, he's decent, but we don't know for sure. If I could give him a next fight, I'd go Marcus McGee, just because I just think Marcus McGee will give him that challenge, that litmus test that he needs to see where he's at. I know Taylor Lapilus was a decent litmus test, but maybe they'll try to build him up. We'll see. But yeah, good win for Colin. Pretty dominant. I don't understand how Pacheco didn't have any success on the feet, but it is what it is. He had a bit, but not enough to where it was like meaningful. But yeah, moving on, we had Jacob Malkoun. I wish I played him more, just to cover the loss of the over 1.5. I didn't think the over 1.5 would matter that much. Turns out we were slightly off. He made it past the second round part, just got hurt off a takedown. And such weird stuff this card. It was so frustrating. We were just a few spots away from a huge day. It is what it is. Not much you can do about it. Petrosky got the job done. Good for him. Or not, sorry, Petrosky. Malkoun, he got the job done. I thought he won the first round, but they gave it to Petrosky, I think. Pretty ridiculous. Yeah, Jacob Malkoun got the job done. I don't rate him too highly, but he got a win, so good for him. Let's give him Pyfer, GM3, or Bruno Silva next. Yeah. Moving on. Ivo Aslan versus Anton Turkalej. Honestly, this fight is this was a fun fight to watch. I'll say that. Ivo, he's gonna lose to the better guys, but the guy's like a bit like Roman Dolidze, but he's got a lot of Dricus Duplessis in him, but with maybe a little better boxing. Ivo is just very, very a suspect as far as on the sauce. He's got the gyno. But man, he's got power and he keeps swinging with power. The guy's dangerous when it comes to his hands. He doesn't kick at all, but or he does, but mostly calf kicks. I thought it was a good performance from Evo, despite, not looking the greatest at times. He got his eyes swollen shut up pretty good. But yeah, Evo got the job done. Nice KO. Bit of an early stoppage, you could say, but I thought Anton was done. Any more shots wouldn't have been necessary, so good win for Aslan. Let's give him another, decent matchup like a Buchalkis next. Experienced, but not too dangerous for him. Let's see how much we can build the Turkish, the Turkish MMA scene. Let's see if we can build that up a bit with him. Moving on, we have Connor Matthews versus Dennis Bazooka. I am sorry, guys. Connor Matthews is terrible at fighting. I did not understand that until this fight. Dennis Bazooka is not anything amazing, but Matthews made him look like he was. Really, really unfortunate. Really bad pick on my part. I just thought, Matthews is, training with good guys. Good grappling. I thought he was going to have some success here. Apparently not. Apparently he's mid as can get. He should be back fighting in the regional scene. Honestly, he just looked terrible. Bazooka, good win for Bazooka. He's got some talent. Hopefully that we can see more, good out of him, despite his last few performances. So, Yeah, Bazooka versus Sergey or Hyder Mill next. I'm not really too eager to see Bazooka back in there anytime soon. Neither Matthews. I really hope Matthews gets cut, even though it was his first fight. Give him actually, give him one more chance, but I still am gonna fade him next fight. Moving on, Julio Arce versus Herbert Burns. Oh my God. Herbert Burns is a disgrace to his family. Honestly, like, how do you have such a savage of a brother in Gilbert Burns, but then you're just Sawyer than like the Jonas Brothers? Like, you honestly have no idea how to like grit through adversity. Like, it's honestly like it astounds me. Like, I don't know if he tore his ACL again. I think he did, but this guy just does not deal with adversity well. He's chinny. It was just a nightmare fight for him. He just looked terrible. He had a few moments, low blows, point deduction, like just awful. Like, it was just brutal. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if he retires. I'd be very happy if he did. Bit of a headache to bet on, because the guy has some talent. He's just hard. He's just not meant for MMA. Yeah. Herbert Burns, man, what a freaking piece of work that guy is. But yeah, Julio Arce got the win. Good for him. I'm interested to see who they give him next. Maybe a Julian Erosa, maybe a Padilla next. They're both coming off wins, so maybe we can match them up with them. But yeah, moving on to another frustrating fight. It was just one after another. It started becoming really annoying. We had Luque here pretty heavily. I thought, Luque finally hit her stride, training at a new gym. But Lupe's always going to be Lupe. Lupe's just mid as can get. Her striking is just never going to get better. It seems like her boxing has gotten just slightly better. She can't kick. Her footwork's awful. Like, I don't know what to say anymore, man, with Lupe. I mean, she's a great person. She's down to scrap, which is fun. But if you're having hopes for her becoming a champion, I might as well throw those hopes in the garbage, because she's never going to become a champion at this rate. Berna Jandiroba literally did not look amazing, and she still won the fight dominantly. Like, it's just an absolute just shame. Like, I don't even want to say disgrace, because Lupe's done a lot. 4 wins last year. She's done a lot. But, man, she has just really been disappointing in her career with this Angela Hill performance, and now this. Like, I don't even know what to think anymore. Yeah. Good win for Jandiroba, I guess. Let's see her against Lemos. Moving on. We had Nate Landwehr taking on Jamal Emmers. Another disappointing fight. Happy for Nate Landwehr. He's a meme. Love watching him fight. He's always entertaining. Jamal Emmers, I had high hopes for him that he was, going to be something in the sport. Guess not. It is what it is. It's kind of the theme of the night. A lot of, disappointment. It is what it is. A lot of favorite fighters are overrated anyways, so trying to limit them, and this is why. I'm not saying Emmers was my favorite fighter, but I was, after his last performance, KOing Bazooka, I was like, damn, this guy's, got someone you can play around with. Turns out he is. He got absolutely dummied by Nate Landwehr, got absolutely destroyed. Had a few good moments, obviously. He dropped Landwehr early, but, man, just on really, really bad performance from Emmers after the knockdown. It is what it is. Moving on, let's give Nate Landwehr Pierce or Philly next. Honestly, I think Jonathan Pierce or Philly be good matchups, because they're both, winnable fights for Nate, and they can put him up higher in the division. So, moving on. Chidi Njokuani taking on Reese McKee. Holy fucking Christ. Chidi was a great live spot. I'm happy I catched that, but holy smokes, Reese McKee. How this was a split decision, I will never know. That first of all needs to be addressed. Whoever gave that fight a split decision needs to be fired. This is why when I bet, I'm so careful on max betting, because live bets used to be easy. When judging, it can't be easy. Like, I don't know what to do when it comes to judging because they just have no idea. Chidi won that 30-27. I don't understand how even you can give Reese a round, let alone two. So it was a crock of garbage. Like, I can't even understand it. I'm happy for Chidi though. He was one of my favorite fighters to watch for a bit, and then he just started looking like crap. Good performance though. Great Muay Thai. Great clinch, great knees. I thought Chidi had a great performance. Let's see him against the young gun out of Canada, Mike Malott, or Carlos Prates. Those two, I think he should face a prospect next. Yeah, great win. Looked great at 170. Moving on. Kyle, the Monster, Nelson versus Bill Algeo. I said I wasn't going to talk about this fight. Honestly, if we're being transparent, I thought this was going to be a Bill Algeo fight. I'm just being honest, and Kyle shocked me. He looked like an absolute monster out there to take from his nickname. Happy for Kyle that he got the win. Definitely happy for Kyle. Definitely wasn't expecting that. Expected a decision if he was going to win. Bill Algeo, you're on a different list. You're definitely not on a fade list. You're too good to be on a fade list, but you're on a different type of list now. Yeah, it is what it is. Good win for Kyle, man. I'm really happy for him, and that's gonna really propel him up the division. Maybe give him like a Naimov next. I think that'd be cool. I want him to fight Naimov very badly. Moving on, we had Ruzabov versus Dumas. Oh Jesus. It just wouldn't stop. Like, honestly, I'm happy I cashed Ruzabov by KO, but the way it happened, man, like, I poke into the KO, like, what the heck? Like, not one ref, like, I mean, it was the same ref every time, I think, but, like, man, like, what a joke. It was just a terrible night of fights as far as, like, fouls and bullcrap. And also, yeah, I forgot to say about Nelson. I thought that was a bit of an early stoppage, but Algeo was so wild, but I can understand why the ref stopped it. Thought I'd address that so you guys can leave me alone. Ruzabov definitely deserved the win, but the ref was just horrible tonight. Definitely robbed Dumas of some recovery time. It is what it is. Let's see Ruzabov versus Rodolfo Vieira. I think that would be a cool next step for him. A nice litmus test for him. See how good his grappling is now that he trains with the Philly boys. Moving on, we have Chris Weidman taking on Bruno Silva. Probably one of my more confident picks on the card. This is why the card was cursed from the beginning. Bruno Silva was your most confident pick. You need to reevaluate your life. Bruno Silva has no business being on anyone's most confident pick. He's terrible. Yeah. Good win for Chris Weidman. Chris Weidman got the job done at his a young age of 40. Weidman, he put it on him. He out wrestled Bruno round 1, and then round 2, round 3, he just had better moments. Good win for Chris Weidman. The last eye poke was absolutely ridiculous. Should have been a no contest, but I'm happy they didn't rob Weidman of his win like they did Trey Ogden. So it is what it is. Happy for Weidman. Sucks for Bruno Silva. It is what it is. Yeah, let's give Weidman a winnable fight next for his retirement fight or whatever fight he wants next. Let's give him Muniz next. Moving on. Jaquan Buckley versus Vicente Luque. I said it. He was my free play for a reason. This man is dangerous, and Luque just don't want it anymore, man. He is, after that injury, he'd rather just retire and teach. This guy is not about the wars anymore, man, and I don't blame him. Once you have such a crucial injury, it changes you, and I can understand that. And he won't have that confidence back ever or for a long time. So, good win for Buckley. Sucks for Luque. He was a legend, and he was one of my favorite fighters to watch. Now he's a shell of himself. That's father time for you. But yeah, Jaquan Buckley, great win. Happy for you, man. And let's give you Sean Brady or a Jeff Neal next. I think that would be cool. I think that would be a good, nice step up, even though you've already been taking decent steps up in competition by fighting Luque. So, great win for Buckley. Excited to see him now in the top 15. Moving on to the main event, we had Manon the Beast Fiorot versus Aaron Blanchfield. Blanchfield just got exposed, man. Like her striking is just not there, and it's good enough to beat the gatekeepers like Andrade and who else she beat? She beat someone good though. Talia Santos was a good win. I don't understand how you can out. I mean, Fiorot clearly has better takedown defense than Santos, but still. Fiorot just looked so drunk on the feet at times. I'm happy that she got the win. If she didn't get that takedown, I would have been even happier. Would have been a 5-unit day. But unfortunately, she decided to take her down, and it is what it is. Yeah, great night, I guess. 4 units, cash, mostly thanks to Fiorot, and yeah. it was a stressful night, but it's not how you start; it's how you finish, guys. Let's get Fiorot, the winner of Alexa Grasso versus Shevchenko. And yeah, man, I'll have a video for the next card, probably if not tomorrow, Monday for sure. Like, subscribe, comment if you guys want a special guest. I'll see what I can do. See if I can maybe get a teammate to hop on or someone in the fight community. We'll see. But comment if you guys want a guest star. I like to do that every once in a while, to mix it up. But yeah, guys, like, subscribe. You know the drill, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.